for quarterback Kedon Slovis. We got a great introduction already from Mike Bone. Kedon, obviously this is radio. You can't see it, but if you're watching our Zoom the next day, you'll see Kedon sporting a pretty nice beard. The baby-faced assassin is the bearded one now. Are we sticking with this, Kedon? What's the plan for the look?
I don't know. I actually just didn't shave for a few weeks, and then a lot of strength coaches, a lot of players were like, "Are you growing a beard? You need to keep it." So I don't know if I'll keep it, but I'll keep it at least till fall camp. At least that's.
What do you think, Shaun? What do you got?
Kedon, I'm a little less worried about the beard and more worried about how was the arm feeling, man. Last time we saw you on the field, it looked like that shoulder was banged up a little bit. How's the arm doing? Let's get into some football, Jordan, please.
Arm feels great. Couldn't be better. Honestly, going before even the injury, I was dealing with a lot of arm fatigue last year. I wasn't throwing with my lower body and core as much as I probably should have. It's just the way I did it, just slinging it with all arm. And I worked a lot in the offseason, talked a lot with Graham, and he sent me a lot of stuff to work on. So, between that and, the injury and just doing rehab for that, I feel great. And, now I can sit all day at practice, whereas usually I get tired. I can kind of throw all day and not have any issues. So it's been good.
Kedon, how would you describe the emotions of your season basically being saved? I mean, I know you were trying to make the best of it there for a while, but it was really up in the air that there was going to be anything in this academic year, and now you got something. Yeah,
it was amazing. I'm just really proud of the way our team and came together and the opportunity that our coaches and administration gave us. It was really great to see, and just glad that we kind of did everything we could to kind of get on the road, I guess. But just elated to be out there, and it's just so great today. It was the first time I think we had the entire team together on the field, the entire offense. It was really fun to see everyone come together and just be back to some form of normalcy. So it was great.
Obviously, Kedon, a successful first year. You get out there and you're the gunslinger, and everyone's excited. Now, coming into your second year here, what do you think you needed to work on going into this offseason? And you spoke about your core and getting your strength right, but what are some of those things on the field that you could work on in this second year when teams are going to have a target out for you now?
Right. As a quarterback, you try to get better in all areas. Every time I go out there, I'm trying to throw the ball better. I'm trying to be better with my feet. That's stuff that you're always thinking about. But I think the main focus this year, and really towards the end of last year, is just protecting the football. If you look at the games we lost, the reason we lost is because I had too many turnovers, and the games we won, we protected the football a lot better. So if I can do a better job of that, that's going to help us win a lot more games, and we'll be more successful as a whole.
You mentioned you got to be out there with the entire offense, and that's not the case with some of these teams around the country, because we've seen a lot of opt-outs, and when that started happening, I think people thought, maybe some of those USC receivers might be right in that line. You have guys like Amon-Ra and Tyler Vaughns that are going to be pros any minute now. Were there any conversations amongst you guys about, hey, let's try to hold this thing together if there's something, because this offense really could be special?
I didn't really talk to them explicitly about it because they were there every day. They didn't miss a workout throughout the whole summer. And, guy like Amon-Ra, he's so competitive. He wants to be out there. Not saying the guys that opt out don't, but, he kind of had the mindset he brought up earlier, that he wants to be out there as much as he can and try to train and get better. And, if the season doesn't happen, he'll get there when he gets there. There's no need to kind of declare early. So that's kind of his mindset. Again, you can kind of talk to him more about it, but they're out there every day. There wasn't really worried about them, leaving too much because, they were there every day. I wasn't really worried about that happening.
I don't know if you got to see it, Kedon, but KJ Costello had quite a game at Mississippi State against LSU. And I was thinking about it, man. What does that say about the air raid brand of offense and what it can, the ability for it to produce, whether it's any division in the country?
Yeah, I think people, I did watch the game. I think people get caught up too much in the term air raid. They think I don't think they really understand what it is. It's just a philosophy. That's all it is. It's if you execute, we're going to do what we do what we do, and we're going to do it better than you. We're going to out execute you. That's all it is. It's a simple offense. And, you run the same plays over and over again. So the time you get in a game, it doesn't matter what the defense throws at you. As long as you execute, you're going to be successful. And I think actually, if you look at the game, they didn't execute as well as they probably could have, and they still, won pretty handily over the defending national champs. So
600 yards, no big deal.
Yeah, that definitely helps. But again, that shows you what you can do when you execute in this offense. It can help you put up a lot of fun numbers and a lot of points, and get you a good win.
It's good to have Mike Leach out of the conference. He can go bother somebody else in a different league. You know, I was listening to an interesting conversation, speaking of just football, other places. I've been watching a lot of it. And talking about Aaron Rodgers, he's so good with his cadence. And now that's a 16-game problem for people because he's on the road and it's quiet. And just even at home, everything's quiet now without fans. And he can really affect it. So he's getting, 2 or 3, offsides penalties a game. Have you thought about the quiet nature of what football is going to be this year and how that could affect games?
Yeah, I thought about it a little bit. I guess you never really understand it until you get out there fully. But I mean, every practice you have before home games kind of quiet in that nature too. So it's something that we're somewhat used to. Obviously, you wish you had fans out there, but I'm sure you'll see a lot more offsides penalties because of that, like you said, because of the quiet nature.
One quick one for me. I don't know if you got the chance to see your boy on Graham Harrell on Fox. He was leading off this weekend on Fox, giving his big interview out there, man. What did you think about his performance, and how was that hair product? Did you like the hair product? I'm used to see him in the hat, and I wasn't used to the product.
Yeah, no, I did see it. He looked like a little. He was getting ready for school or something. I don't know.
There you go, get him.
Product in the hair for a while, like ever, I don't think. But it's good to see him out there giving us some good pub. Thought he could have done a little bit more talking on the X's O's, but other than that, I did a good job.
Last one, Kedon. We know you're a leader in this team. You're talking about Amon-Ra as well, and both Mike Bone and your coach were talking about you guys. What was the impetus to write the letter to Governor Newsom, and how did that go down? That you guys really led the way in bringing back the whole conference.
Yeah, the weekend before we were before really that week, we were kind of talking about like what can we do to kind of spur something. We knew the Big Ten was talking, having meetings. We didn't want to be the only we wanted to play, obviously, but seeing all these other schools get out there and play, we thought, why can't we play too? And so there was really an emphasis to get together and draft something. And again, Coach gave us the opportunity and the platform to do so. Again, we just wanted to get out before the Big Ten got their decision, because once that the Big Ten got their decision out and we had our letter out, kind of got a lot of momentum in our way.